My name is not disability. My experience with workplace discrimination in Ghana's local government. In 2019, I gained employment with the local government service in Ghana as a person with a disability. It was a proud moment. I had fought through school, interviews, and protocols just like every other applicant. I earned my place. As part of the posting process, I had the privilege to choose where I wanted to serve. I chose a district in the Volta region, ready to give back to my community. When I reported in September 2019, there was no office space allocated for social welfare. For months, we worked without a proper office. It was only in January 2020 that we finally got one. There, I worked under Gabriel, my boss at the time. From 2020 until May 2021, we served the district together. When he left to join an NGO, everything changed. Before Gabriel left, a new officer was posted to our unit. Officially, he was a community development officer, but he chose to operate as a social welfare officer, blurring lines that would later cost me my dignity. In July 2021, I went on maternity leave. While I was away, nursing a newborn, a secret handing over was done. The junior officer, recruited in 2021, was given the headship of the department. Let me be clear. In local government service, seniority and ranking matter. The person who came first assumes leadership when the head exits. That person was me. I was the next in line. But I was not called. I was not consulted. I was not even informed. A letter was drafted. My boss signed it. The district chief executive signed it. The coordinating director signed it. My name was nowhere. My voice was nowhere. My right was nowhere. Why? Because I have a visual impairment. When I returned and heard the rumors, I confronted each person involved. One by one, they denied it. But the signatures were there. The evidence was clear. In a staff meeting, the junior officer finally admitted, "It wasn't my decision. The coordinating director said I'm more able and active, so I should take over." More able, more active, not more qualified, not more experienced, not more senior, just more able. As if my visual impairment erased my degree, my interview results, my years of service, and my humanity. I did what procedure demanded. I wrote to the DCE, copied the coordinating director, and the regional social welfare director. I asked for justice, for fairness, for the law to be applied. They scheduled a meeting to decide my fate, and they held it when I was absent. During the sitting with the DCE, the coordinating director, and HR, Sylvester openly said he would not take me for fieldwork because it was a waste of time and resources, since he would have to assist me in one way or the other. They ruled without hearing me. They decided without seeing me. They concluded that I was not fit, not because of performance, but because of perception. The silent exclusion that followed. In 2022, we had a departmental assessment. By then, I had been completely cut off. I was no longer included in meetings. I was given no files, no briefings, no access to information. I was a ghost in my own office. Just days before the assessment, the junior officer took leave. I was left to handle things with another junior staff. But how could I? I didn't know where documents were kept. I didn't know what had been done or what was pending. I had been deliberately kept in the dark. After the assessment failed, the coordinating director said in our local dialect, thinking I wouldn't understand, that if not for the district planning officer, nothing would have been done. She did nothing. Nothing. That was my name in that office. Nothing. The public humiliation. In February 2022, the regional social welfare director came from Ho for a workshop meant to build our capacity. On the second day, I overheard her and another facilitator discussing me. She's not useful. She's not helpful. Everything is left for the junior officer. This was the same director who, during an orientation, had publicly declared that Sylvester was the only one working in the office and that the new recruit should support him. Not me. Not the senior officer. Not the woman who came before. Him. Even before I returned from maternity leave, Sylvester had called me. Gabriel said I should occupy his personal space, he said. I agreed. I had a clear conscience. I thought we were a team. My naive mind never imagined that occupying space meant erasing me. The final betrayal, I eventually sought a transfer. But before I left, I went to the new district chief executive, a woman, a mother. I thought, surely she will understand. Surely she will see the injustice. She swept it under the carpet. No one stood up for me. No one said, this is wrong. No one said, she earned this. No one remembered that I am not my disability. I am a professional, a mother, a citizen, a Ghanaian who passed the same exams, wrote the same applications, and swore the same oath of service. Why I'm speaking now, I left that office. But the space I left can never be filled by just anybody. Because we all have individual gifts, individual capabilities. You cannot do my own, I cannot do yours. To sideline me because I cannot see is to tell every Ghanaian with a disability that their education is waste, that their effort is meaningless, that their future is limited to pity, not position. But I am not here for pity, I am here for justice. Yes, I was denied justice yesterday, but today I have my voice. And tomorrow, that voice will echo until the right thing is done. For me, and for every person with a disability who comes after me. One day they will look for people like me. They will need our insight, our resilience, our perspective. But by then, it may be too late to undo the damage. It may be too late to say, we were wrong. So I will not recommend this treatment to anyone. I will not be silent while my brothers and sisters with disabilities are treated as less than. My call to you, if my story moved you, don't just feel sorry. Support the movement. Subscribe to Eaglet 05, a platform where we amplify the voices of persons with disabilities, fight for inclusion, and demand accountability. Share this story. Tag the local government service. Tag the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. Tag KHRAJ. Because disability is not inability. Because I may not have eyes to see, but I have a voice that refuses to be silenced. And because justice delayed should not be justice denied.